don't know. Let me Sorry, let me clean my camera. I don't know. Is it bright enough? Yeah, welcome to my live stream. I'm sorry about my lighting. I don't know if it is, or should I? No, I think like this is better. I think like this is better. Yeah. So, welcome to my live stream. I want to be addressing traveling to UK with student visa, traveling with your family. A lot of people don't even know that you can actually travel with your family, because there was a time I posted something on my WhatsApp and I also shared it on my Facebook story. I was like, you can travel to UK with your spouse and your children, and the person was like, you are lying, it's not possible. UK have closed students traveling with their dependents. Well, the person is not entirely lying, and I'm not lying either. I don't know if this is bright enough. I don't know. So yeah, if you're traveling with MSc program, third masters, or BSc program, you're not to travel with your dependents. So that's why I decided to make this video to go live in case anybody have any question to ask about relocating to the UK with your family. So is it possible this 2026? Yes, it is possible, but only for those going for MRES program. MRES is Masters by Research, a research based program. Okay, they have normal MSc like thought masters, and they have degree program. If you're traveling with degree program, BSc or BA, you are not allowed to travel with your dependents. If you are traveling with normal thought masters, normal MSc, you are not allowed to travel with your dependents. But with MRES program and PhD program, you can travel with your family. You can travel with your wife or your husband and your children. Okay, and this life is not just about discussing about if it is possible. I said about twice. This life is not about discussing if it is possible to travel with your family. It is also to tell you that this 2026, if you are relocating to the UK, you have to be strategic with your travel plans. You understand? You have to be really, really strategic with your travel plans. If you're relocating with MSc, beautiful. Okay, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I would advise that if you are married, if you have a partner, use MRES program, so that if you are studying, your partner could be working and supporting you, because your partner is allowed to work full time, but you're just limited to 20 hours per week, which will be really challenging if you don't have enough savings in your account, or you do not have a rich sponsor back home, like maybe your relative, or that is sponsoring you, that will always be sending you money. Because sometimes people think, like, when you get to the UK, they have this concept, that a mindset, I mean to say, when you get to the UK, you go rugged down. I've had that countless time. When you get to UK, you go rugged down. It's not as easy as we think. This advice, I'm giving it to everybody, even to myself. It's not as easy as we think surviving in the UK is not easy at all. Okay, don't have that mindset. If you get to UK, you will rugged it. You don't have a strong savings and you're just traveling alone without your partner. It's not going to be easy. I'm not saying it's not doable, like it's not possible. It's possible, but it's not going to be easy at all. I wouldn't advise going without having a solid plan, like having a good some amount of money in your account. So not just small money, or maybe you just the only money you have in your account is the one to pay for your tuition deposit and the money you're going to use to pay for your accommodation or sort yourself out. After that, there is no money else in your account and you feel like, okay, when I start working, I'll start supporting myself. It's not like there are people that have done that and it worked for them, but this 2026 things are getting tougher now. UK is not as easy. It was never an easy country, honestly, but it's just that people are surviving. At the end of the day, it's still far more better than Nigeria. But currently it's tougher to compare other years. Okay, so it's more like if you are relocating, you have to plan yourself very, very, very well. And when I mean planning yourself, I mean financially. You have to have enough money in your accounts, or you have to have a very rich sponsor back home that is sponsoring, that can always send money to you anytime you run out of cash, anytime you feel like you need financial help. But if you are going alone without any good plans or any sponsor, it's not going to be funny. It's not going to be funny at all. So back to our topic, MRES program. Yeah, you can travel with your dependents if the program you're going for is a research based program. You can relocate with your wife or your husband and children, and that's what I even advise currently for UK. I always advise people to like make sure you have a supporter that is going there with you, someone that will support you financially, someone backup plan. Yes, I call it backup plan, because if you feel like you can do it alone, it's not going to be easy. You know, like people, is it might be possible for you, you might be lucky, but it's not going to be easy at all. It's not going to be easy at all for you. So you have to make plans for accommodation. You know, accommodation is one of the most challenging thing in UK. It's not you have to make plans for accommodation. And sometimes there are some people that when you get some people are lucky, when they get to UK, they start working. I mean, they get job. It won't waste time. Maybe within 1 month, they will get job. Some will stay in the UK for like 4 months, 3 months, 4 months. I've not even seen any job at all. Is that crazy? Yeah, Mary. Yes. So one has to be fully prepared financially. Exactly. Exactly. You have to be financially prepared, equip yourself. Like when I mean equip yourself, even have skills. In as much as you are traveling with your dependents, make sure that you and your dependents, the both of you, equip yourselves, like handwork. You understand? I have a friend that said painting it pays well, plumbing pays well, and also hairdressing. Make sure you perfect in it, like you're so good in it. Like while you are waiting for your unconditional offer or start your process, make sure you equip yourself with a good skill, like perfect in it. Don't say, okay, I have an idea in this. No, make sure you are perfect in it. You are so good that people from different cities sef they might even want your service. You understand? People who want to patronize you. Equip yourself fully while going to the UK. Do not have that mindset that a lot of people have, that yes, when we get there we'll figure things out. Don't make that mistake. Don't make mistake of saying when you get to the UK you are going to equip, when we get there we'll know how to go about it. Don't have that mindset. You will regret it. And the worst thing is you are already there. you can't even come back home again, because I mean, you must have borrowed money from a lot of people. You understand? You must have borrowed money from a lot of people. And what did I press? Do you have questions? Sorry, I mistakenly pressed something. Question answer. You have to. Sorry, I pressed something mistakenly. So, like I was saying, don't have that mindset that when you get to the UK you will figure things out. Don't have that mindset. Okay, equip yourself in your home country, equip yourself. If you are in Nigeria, equip yourself. Look for that skill that pays people very very well in the UK. Perfect in that field. You understand? Don't use because of the excitement of relocating and you feel like when you get there things you're already there, there is no way you will not figure it. No, don't have that mindset in this 2026. I believe people have been singing it like a song. If you are coming to this country, make sure you equip yourself, you plan yourself, you be strategic and everything. If not, you will regret while relocating. I'm telling you honestly, this is not, I'm not trying to discourage anybody. Leaving Nigeria is the perfect thing because Nigeria is a mess now. But if you have that mindset that when you get there, you figure yourself out, you are going to regret it 100%. Okay. Hello, Walk with Jesus TV. Hi, how you doing? Good evening. How you doing? So don't have that mindset that okay, when you get there you are going to figure things out. No, 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 no. Don't have that mindset. Okay, plan yourself back home before relocating. And that's why when I'm telling people, if you don't have a partner, fine and good, you can go with MSc program. But if you have a partner, make sure you go for MRES program. When you go with MRES program, your partner will help you out in some things in the UK while you are studying and you are doing your limited 20 hours per week. Your partner will be working full time and be supporting in paying tuition. See, some schools are not smiling, some UK universities are not smiling, especially those that as in any small thing they have reported you to the home office. And once they report you to the home office, just pack your bag and start getting ready to come back home. Imagine all the money you borrowed and all the properties or the things you sold to relocate to the UK and you couldn't meet up with your tuition. So universities might be understanding. Oh, they will calm down and they will be like, okay, fine, we'll give you time after that enrollment, because there are some universities that do payments on enrollments. Not all universities do, but the ones that don't do payments on enrollment, they might give you good payment plan. They might even be calm with you. You understand? They will not put pressure on your body. But some universities, any slightest thing, they will go and report you to the home office. They are not smiling. They will report you to the home office, and the home office will send letter to you that you have to pack and start going back to Nigeria, country you came from. So imagine that. Imagine all the money you spent. Imagine everything you went through to relocate to the UK, and now you have to go back. What will you tell home? What will you tell home? Like when you get back home, the people you borrowed money from, the properties you sold, like you get that is even worse. Is worse than death itself, because I mean, how where do you start from? I'm always telling people, do not make mistakes. A lot of people wish, you understand, a lot of people wish that they sorry, a lot of people wish that they were warned, you understand, like they were warned, like people told them before they start relocating to the UK, like the things that they should do, how prepared they should be, you understand. But nobody warned them, you understand. Nobody told them what they are going to expect when they get to the UK. So it's me now here telling you that number one thing, let me just list it out. I don't want to waste too much time, except if you have any question you can go ahead and ask. But one thing I want to mention is the main reason for this video is, yes, you can relocate to the UK with student visa. Okay, You can relocate to the UK with student visa. Sorry, you can relocate to the UK as a student with your dependents, like your family, your spouse, and your children that is under 18 years old. And your dependents can work full time. You understand? Your dependent can work full time, but you are limited to 20 hours per week. And another thing is, relocating with your dependent is going to help you very, very well, because your dependent can be working and be helping you out in paying your tuition balance and also other financial this thing you need, like other bills you're paying, like your rent and every other thing you need money for. Your partner can work full time and help you out in that aspect. Then another thing is, while relocating, make sure you equip yourself. Also, your partner should equip his or herself. Okay, make sure you are fully prepared. So if one wants to relocate to you, how much you should well, it depends. Anastasia TV, he asked, so if one wants to relocate to UK, how much she should but how much she should budget? Okay, it depends. Okay, if you are relocating, if you are going with normal MSc, there are some universities with low tuition deposits. We have universities with tuition deposit of £3,000. If you need more light on that, you can send me email, then I can link it to a traveling agency. They don't charge money, it's completely free to help you out with that. Completely free. Please don't pay any travel agency for anything when it comes to UK students processing your student visa. Don't give any traveling agency any money. So to answer your question, Anastasia, it depends. There are some UK universities that their tuition deposit is £3,000, and after everything, with 15 to 17 million naira, if you're going with normal MSc third masters, 15 to 17 million naira, you can relocate to the UK. It's possible. But for MRES program, most universities that offer MRES program, their tuition deposit is somehow a bit higher. So for normal MRES program, if you are relocating for you alone, you should be budgeting 22 million to 23 million. But if you're relocating with your family, are you relocating with your family? I don't know, Anastasia TV, are you relocating with your family or are you relocating alone? So that I will know the budget I will give you. If you're relocating with MRES program, you should be budgeting 22 to 23 million naira, because of some universities that are offering MRES program, their tuition deposit is somehow high. Okay, yes, my family. You're relocating with your family. Then you people will be budgeting around 35 million naira. Be budgeting 35 million if it is family of two. If it is family of two, you should budget 35M for family of two. Except you are more than two, then you should be budgeting 40M plus. But if it is just you and your spouse, then for the both of you should budget at 5M. Okay, I don't know if I answered your question. Or are you relocating with your children? If it's just family of two, you and your husband, the both of you should budget at 5M. It might not reach up to that amount, so it might not reach up. I'm just telling you the rough estimates, because some universities now, their tuition deposits for MRES program that allows dependents is very high. Now some universities, I have universities that their deposit is £10,000, and some universities their deposit is £11,000. But I still have university that the deposit is £6,000. If you are using that university that the deposit is £6,000, then 28 to 29 million naira will be enough. Just give you a good way you can use it and it will be enough for you. I wish say I never marry for one. Well, you can actually relocate first, you understand, and your husband can join later. I don't know if you understand. Like maybe you move after 2-3 months, your partner can join you later. You understand? But if you are relocating with your partner, I will tell you, you see that money, people are going to make it after paying your tuition balance. You are not going to regret it. So the thing is, you can just budget omo Anambra man no go gree o. You can budget around 29 million, you understand, for some universities. Like, you start your application on time, like now. You will see universities with a lower tuition deposit, you understand. But if you don't have some universities now with lower tuition deposit, now people are rushing it, so with time now they will close the application, you understand. Because I have university that their tuition deposit is £6,000, you grab. But other universities now, their own is much higher, like their tuition deposit is around 10,000. I have the one of 8,000, I have the one of 7,000, I have the one of 11,000. So that's why I said it's also good when you start on time for your application. Like that, you will see a lot of universities that is better, much more affordable than other, to compare other universities. So yeah, I don't know if that answers your question. Relocating with your partner to UK this 2026 is actually the best option for anybody now. Because if you relocate alone, you will cry blood oh. It's not going to be easy, I'm telling you honestly. It's not going to be easy because you'll be struggling with trying to meet up with your tuition balance, pay up with your tuition balance, and the pressure from the school. Imagine when every day school are bombarding you with email, threatening you to report you to the home office, and once you are reported to the home office, you'll be asked to leave the UK. Like, you'll be asked to leave the UK and go back to your country. So imagine living with that fear every day of your life. And how are you going to concentrate with your studies and even do the 20 hours per week? You understand? But when you are there with your partner, you'll be very much relaxed. You face your studies, even if it's 20 hours per week, you're not going to feel it. Your partner will be working and help you to pay up the balance. So you see, it's better like that. So that's why I always advise people, if you know you are not that financially buoyant, just make sure you travel with your partner. For those that are married or those that have a partner, make sure you travel with your partner, don't travel alone. Okay. So yeah guys, so that is it for today. I don't know if there is any other question, because the reason for this live stream is a lot of people have a lot of questions to ask me about this MRES program. A lot of people are actually very confused about the MRES program. They kept on asking me, what is this MRES program about? They don't really understand what's the difference between the MRES program and the MSc program. So that's why I say let me make this video, because I've received this question from, what's the difference between MSc and MRes. So the difference is MSc is taught masters, you cannot travel with your dependents. MRes is a research based and you can travel with your partner. Very important, thank God it just came to my mind. People are asking me how would they qualify for the MRes program. Okay, if you are to qualify for the MRes, you have 2-1. Your BS, you have 2-1 or 2-2. If you have third class, you cannot go for MRes program. Okay, yeah, thank God I remember this. I said I will add to it. So yeah, that's the only difference. Like, you can travel with dependent for MRes, you cannot travel with a dependent with MSc program. And MSc program has a lot of options in universities, but MRes program, not every university offers MRes program. Okay, but at the end of the day, that MRes program is actually the best for me, because you will need a help while paying your tuition, except you have a rich sponsor in Nigeria. All right, Anastasia TV. Okay, thank you for tuning in. All right, bye. Okay, so guys, this is it for today. I did not plan to stay long on this live stream. I was like, okay, let me come here and clear people on the difference between MRes program and telling them that it's possible to travel with your dependent, because people think that this whole UK new rules going on, that people cannot travel with dependent. So anybody telling them that they can travel with dependent in MRes program is lying to them, or maybe they'll feel like the person wants to scam them. No, nobody is lying to you, it's true. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and tell me if you want more of this video in the future, And if you have any question, even after this live stream, you can drop it. I can always check it and answer your questions. And please don't forget to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and also share this video to somebody you know that could benefit from it. Okay, thank you everyone, love you guys, bye.